Steve, before we talk about the Blackpool show, which kickstarts a new season for VIP, the weekend just gone, we had two lads fighting on the Sky Boxer show, where we had Paddy Lacey and Nathan Wallace.
Yeah, do you know what? It kind of brought back to me how difficult this boxing job is, because I was thinking two lads, someone else's show, nice and easy, just rock up and enjoy it. 2 days before problems with Paddy's medicals, which we just eventually get sorted to. He was allowed to fight. We had to work hard to get that done. And then with Nathan, his opponent pulled out and he was set to do a 10 rounder. We had someone coming in from France who was doing an 8 rounder. He pulled out. Then we had someone from Spain, and we got a guy from, I don't even know where he was from at the end. He just had that many names, and we got him late on the Thursday. He couldn't fly in time for the Friday weigh-in, so they had to weigh in on the day on the Saturday. Nathan's gone from a 10 round title fight to an 8 rounder to a 6 rounder, to be rushed on to make sure he got on with no walking music on his first one at Sky, but Paddy then doesn't get a chance to get on. Supposed to be getting on at 8 o'clock, which should have been a good time for him, and his fans who've been there from 6 o'clock to watch him, doesn't get on till after Liam Smith, and me and you don't get on to halfway. So two boxers on someone else's show. Should have been a nice easy night, ended up being a pain in the arse last 2 days before the fight and then on the night. But as you say, it is what it is, and that's boxing. So now we start with our own shows, and we're already down to 8 fights from 10. You know, we've had a couple of people pull out of injuries.
He had tonsillitis, so he's had to pull off.
Yeah, Johnny Kyrie's got injured as well, and Jake got that. So you know, I've got the paperwork in here, I've got a nice running order out here. I've got my boxing board of control notes with all the medical things that we've got to try and sort out beforehand, and you know, it's stressful, but if we manage to get all these over, we've got a cracking show, and it's a nice one to start off. I always talk about the Winter Gardens being a special place to promote, and it is my favourite venue, and you know, we've got it booked a few times for next year. It's a difficult venue to get hold of, but we've got a great card. I mean, this will be the running order. We've got Casey Brown v Sergio Mbombo, which
great fight,
is a good fight to start off the show.
But that's going to be Casey's first 6 round as well, isn't it?
Yeah. And then we've got Roman Fury v Ryan Ibbott. So obviously,
I just seen Ryan yesterday. I didn't realise he trains out of Alex Papianco's gym, doesn't he?
Wasn't too sure, but yeah. So like, it's Roman Fury's debut, who's the brother of Tommy, the half brother of Tyson, and I believe they're all coming along to support him. So big thing doing your debut, especially when he's got no amateur pedigree behind him. So
you're not even a white collar fighter.
Yeah. So
hats off to him, mate.
That'll be interesting to see what he's like and how he copes. And then third fight, another great fight, Brandon Dior, who we've got really high hopes for, fighting Brett Fido.
Great test for anyone, isn't he?
He's giving a bit of weight away naturally against Fido, and Fido always gives everyone a test. So it'd be good for Brandon, because I really got to push him. You know, he's probably going to get one more fight this year, and then next year we've got to start pushing towards titles. Then the first of the Blackpool kids, Hannah Bagler, she's fighting Esther Konica, who's from the Czech Republic, and she seems to be naturally bigger than Hannah.
I was going to say that, because the only, I mean, the record's not brilliant, but she's only been stopped once, and she got stopped by Savannah Marshall. So, right. You know, that's...
Yeah, so that's obviously a big test for Hannah, and like, she lost the last one as well, so that looks like it'd be a good fight. Then we've got the rematch for Owen Kirk against Jake Bray. Jake's already beat him, and he's up for this one. So you know, fantastic fight for the punters. You know, the last one was a decent fight.
It was a brilliant fight, the first one.
I think this one will be even better. You know,
And
Owen
again,
can't afford to lose, and Jake wants to win. Yeah.
Owen's first 6 round as well.
Yeah. And then the second Blackpool lad is Jackson Hume. He's got Fontons Alexander, and Jackson's been out for about 3 years.
4 years, I think.
So it'll be interesting to see how he's developed over Anthony Farnell.
I filmed it. I think it was his last fight on a Frank Duffy show a few
Yeah.
years ago.
So that's a good fight as well. And then what should be top of the bill, but we put in on as a 7th, Matthew Rennie v Ben Fields, another rematch that we'll be talking about.
And Ben's really up for this as well.
Yeah, he's always up for these fights, Ben, isn't he? You know, but Matthews probably took that match with Ben Field too early, and
the first one,
know,
I mean.
yeah,
definitely.
he's like he's come on. So I'm hoping to see a good performance of Matty on Saturday night. But again, for the punters, you know, Ben Field's going to come and have a go. You're going to see 8 rounds of action, aren't you?
Yeah,
he's going to be coming all the time, and Matt's going to have to stay switched on. And then the last fight, Tyrone Boyne Price, who's from Blackpool, sold a load of tickets. He's fighting Michael Softos, who
he had a great fight with Greg McGuinness on the Blackpool show.
He did, yeah. And to be honest, Greg did really well on that one, especially giving the weight away. Again, Tyrone's a light welter and is fighting, you know, a welter, but he's more than capable of it. And as I say, there's some of every one of those fights that you want to watch. So it's not like people could just come and watch the fight. They want to come. They're going to come and enjoy a good show, and you know. That's what we want to put on here at VIP.
You were talking about this, we've been there twice already since lockdown, and they weren't quite what you wanted, those shows. But I think this is definitely one that you want, isn't it?
Yeah. As I say, we've missed out on 2 with Jacob Rulland and John Carey, but touch wood that we get all these medical queries sorted in the next couple of days, and the show goes ahead as it is, and if it does, you know, I'm guaranteed barnstormer. It's going to be a great show, and I'm sure we'll be speaking next week about some great fights, and hopefully all lads have won. But we might be saying, well, unfortunately we had a couple of losers on this show, but if that's what it is, that's what it is, isn't it?
And also, like the fact of having boxing royalty there is going to be brilliant, isn't it?
Of course.
For the fans as well, you know, to get a glimpse of the heavyweight champion of the world.
You can't miss him, can you?
No, that's true.
Looking forward to it, but you know, I know it's going to be a stressful night, but we'll get over it.
One last thing, I watched a podcast. It's not out yet; it'll be out later on today. But I did it last night, and Young Keeb is on there. He's talking about fighting abroad. When's that come about?
Yeah. Well, Eddie, who's his promoter's doing a show in Abu Dhabi in November, and we've had like a long layoff with Akib, haven't we, because of various reasons, and he needs to catch up. So I believe they're doing something in December where he can sell a load of tickets. But to get him out soon, he's put him on the undercard of the show in Abu Dhabi, where you know you've got the Big Bivol fight, and then from the same gym here you've got Chantal Cameron fighting for unification. So I think it makes sense for him to tag along while Jamie and Nigel's already over there. So yeah, it's a nice little touch for Akib. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay then. Well, I'd say if another thing, if you're watching this video, watch the podcast because it'll be out later on tonight, and it's a really good one because I watched it last night and really enjoyed it.
Right, nice one, Lee. Thanks for coming in.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.